Now when it comes to motorsport, truck racing isn't the first thing that comes to mind. But nevertheless, it is extremely popular in Europe as well as America. And now Tata Motors have decided to bring in truck racing to India with the T1 Prima Truck Racing Championship. We are here at the Buddh International Circuit in Greater Noida, so let's see how it goes. Truck racing started in the United States back in 1979, focused on using machines which closely resembled road-going commercial vehicles. They were lighter and had considerably higher performance compared to their load-hauling cousins. Most major components though remained the same. Tata Motors have brought the concept to India using their Prima T1 World Truck as the base for a one-make truck racing championship. The 4038S model from the Prima range, putting out 370 bhp with several modifications like a smaller fuel tank, water-cooled brakes, propeller shaft guards and an exhaust system amongst others, made the T1 Prima race ready, with the British Truck Racing Association guiding the entire process.
30 years I've been doing truck racing, so I'm a veteran, and we've been developing truck racing. This Prima is now a global truck. Tata is now similar lines to trucks in Europe, but some of these trucks can be fleet vehicles in the UK. They're that good now. We have to have a level playing field and build on this brick piece by piece. We've built a safety cage inside. We've protected the driver with full FIA clothing and belts, etc. So it is completely safe. We've got side guards on the outside and the rear. And yes, we're working with a standard road going truck that people understand. They see them on the road every day. You know, this is a fantastic circuit that we've come to, and we've got a year 2 and a year 3 plan. With a driver program that hopefully this time next year we'll have at least 50% Indian truck drivers on this grid.
A total of 6 teams were lined up to take part, with 2 trucks per team, and the entire grid was made up of British drivers with expertise in truck racing competition. Team Tata Technologies was one of the early favourites, along with Cummins and Castrol Vector.
Tata Technologies basically takes pride in helping companies design, develop and bring to the market great products. With Tata Motors, we've obviously been a strategic partner for many years. When this was conceived, the whole idea was that Tata Motors wants to differentiate itself by bringing in excitement into the trucking business. So we have been intrinsically and intimately part of the entire design and development of the Prima truck, but specifically for the racing truck as well. 22 specific modifications have been made in the engineering side to make it raceworthy, and these can be bucketed into 2 parts. One is safety and the other one is functional modification. For example, when you brake a very fast moving truck, and heat generated is much more. Modificated sprinklers have been made, the brake pads have been broadened, etc. So we've been involved in that. All the 22 modifications, we've been part of that model. We've taken the guidelines and the support of BTRA, and it has been under their guidance that we have modified. So for us, it was really an engineering challenge. So for us, it was that whole collective experience was guided by BTRA and was tested and certified by FMSCI.
The weekend saw 2 action-packed races, the first being a 5-lap qualifier, followed by the 15-lap main race. The final standings were a sum of the points scored by each driver in both races. A special loop measuring 2.1 kilometers at the Buddh circuit was set up for the races. For a motorsport addict like me, it was truly a different experience to see large, burly vehicles flying around the track instead of long-nosed, low-to-the-ground ones. Ultimately, it was Stuart Oliver of Team Castrol Vector who emerged triumphant, completing a clean sweep of the podium by winning both races despite stiff competition from Matt Summerfield of Team Cummins and Dave Jenkins of Tata Technologies. Jenkins eventually finished second in the overall standings, followed by Summerfield. Tata Motors plan to retain the one-off nature of the event, which means it is likely to be an annual affair instead of a fully blown racing championship. But getting some desi truck driving talent behind the wheel of these monsters will definitely go a long way in attracting more interest from the industry as well as the audience in the grandstand seats.